There we all are. What's happening? It's Tuesday, June 8th, and we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Princes of the Apocalypse. Session 24. And, oh, look at that. Slobs has a broken frame. Let me fix that real quick. Lumina doesn't have any frame around him. He's just kind of floating in midair there. That one? That one. There we go. Oh, turn on too many things. All right, so what's happening, guys? How you guys doing? You doing? You
Good.
doing? Well, it was a little rough last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, Pinch is distraught and beside himself. His father figure. They were getting so close too.
Well, let's do some quick character introductions real quick. We'll start off with Caesar playing Jangling, who wasn't here last week, and he missed all the excitement.
Yeah, I'm back, but I watched it and I got all caught up. And poor Viril, we're gonna miss him. Not really, but
So, before I
Jangling.
forget, it was a vote, and enough people voted that we are no longer going to use the effects of the critical hit and fumble chart. However, I am running the critical hit and fumble chart in the background just for flavor, just so it help me with flavor. But none of the effects will be applied. Nothing will be negative or positive or whatever. But it will roll, and you will get your crit damage. So
He would have lived if it not for that.
yeah, well, it's the only way characters die in 5e now, especially with chat rewards. I mean, I was.
Not in my game.
This is true. Well, only if you're Jeremiah. I mean, only if you're Jeremiah. So go ahead. I'm sorry, Caesar. Go ahead and introduce your character.
Jangling Macadang Dang is an Eladrin elf. He's a bard, young bard, and he's learning how to adventure, and he's certainly not going to take after Viril.
What's that mean? Have be a dad?
No, he's not going to try to be a frontline fighter when he's not.
He was no front line nothing. The guy came up behind him and blew his head off. I mean,
With a dart from 60 feet.
Yeah. Those darts have 120-foot range.
Damn lightning darts.
Just
For
on that and saw nobody. And
advantage. They all have advantage.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Sven. Tell us about Soleil.
So Soleil is currently protecting his dead body's corpse from Pinch looting everything. He wants to at least give Lumina first crack at whatever's there. But it's now Lumina and Soleil against the world as we two brothers, Barbarian and whatever the hell Lumina thinks he is to this day.
Marbania. Just tell us about Pinch.
yeah, man. Pinch, like I said, he's Varel and him had, I don't know, he was pretty distraught losing Varel last week. Pinch is a halfling from Luskin originally, and he's got, so it's not really so much sticky fingers as shinies just tend to grab his attention. and it's like, oh, there's a fight going on there. Oh, there's something shiny over there, and it's gotten him into a little bit of trouble. Luckily enough, he's not responsible for last week. So.
That's all me. That's all me. That I'm responsible. and and a computer roll. Valtrex, tell us
Hopefully-
about Lumina.
Yeah. So Lumina, he thinks of himself as a ranger, I guess, if Soleil is confused about that. But last week, kind of did a partial dip into Barbarian there for a little bit, as he saw his adopted father go down, and took out his anger on several various objects around. Yeah, Lumina knows that Varel was not, his biological father, but it's the only parental figure he's ever known. And so Lumina is a little bit beside himself. I don't think he ever really thought that this is how their adventure would go. That never really considered that any of them could actually die. So he's not really sure what's going to happen next.
Oh yeah, and Gorgio's not going to be able to sling poo. If he slings poo from Hawaii, I'm going to make it a luau poo.
It's got chunks of pineapple.
Pineapple poo.
Yeah, some spam in it. It's going to smell like
Is he in
spam.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
he said.
That's his
So-
his reward for diving off the house into the swimming pool
I-
and cracking his head open.
I get to show off some stuff that I got from Rob from Passion for Drawing. He
Oh,
he
no
did a
shit.
new comic book. It's called Doom Fate.
Nice.
So it's a nice little comic book. Nice art in it. Just a quick little scan of it.
Yeah, I saw that Kickstarter he was doing for that.
Yeah, he just ended the Kickstarter. I was the last one to get anything off the Kickstarter, but I got some stuff. Look at that. That's the
Wow.
cover of it.
Nice.
And if you go over to his channel on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think, if you subscribe, he'll do a sketch card. This is the one he did for me last week. Little sketch card for my next character in Marbania's game.
That's
Little
awesome.
Guy with a shotgun on his shoulder.
Nice.
And then check out these. These came with my Kickstarter. Oh, this is the other one I did for Sketch Card Day when I subscribed. But I also got all these. Check all these out.
Holy shit,
Got
he
all the
really
swag.
did. I got
Is that a magic gathering card?
What's that?
What
They're the
cards are those?
character cards for the Doom Fate out of the comic book.
no shit.
Oh, okay.
All kinds of cool stuff. I got a bunch of art. The book. He's such a good artist, isn't he?
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, those are nice.
Boobies. Is that upside
Holy
down?
shit. That's incredible, Drake. That's a hell of a collection.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, it was part of the Kickstarter, so it was like $70 or something for all this, but an autographed
That's it.
copy of the Doom Fate and all these all these cards and stuff. I like it. I like it. So I was showing off P4D, Passion for Drawing. If anyone's interested in looking at his Twitch page, I don't have a link for it, but it's not hard to find. Just Google him. Rob is his name. I'm putting all this away. Hopefully my dog doesn't. He don't come on this side of the bed. He's scared of this side of the bed. It's weird. All right, so let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. The last we left off, you guys got out of combat. You were mourning the death of Vayril. Soleil was mad and was banging on the temple. And suddenly, a big blue dude appears and says, "Don't be damaging my keep." And that's where we left off last week. So I'm sure you guys might have a question or two before we get rolling. Anyone have any questions?
No, this seems pretty straightforward.
Pretty
What's the
straightforward.
life expectancy of a half-dead halfling right about now?
I think that's
Let's
up to
find
him.
out. Let's find out.
I think that's up to him. Let me give you the picture of this guy again, just so you can see what he looks like.
Now, does Lumina have any idea what this creature might be?
I don't know. It's your character. How would he know what this character might be? I mean, you as a
Okay.
player are pretty positive you know what it is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So explain to me how your character would know.
I don't think he does, actually. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he's never seen anything like this.
I mean, just from a guy appearing behind you and saying a sentence doesn't necessarily prompt me to give you a roll for any reason. Now, if you said,
Vadriel would have taught him
"Oh,
that it was a Smurf.
I'm from, blah blah blah," and they have these all over the place, then yeah. But I don't think so. I don't think so.
Is this a fake creature?
No.
Okay,
No.
so I don't think Soleil would know either, because he's studied fake creatures, but not.
So
think
Vadriel
they
would
are.
have taught his
does-
boys that this was a Smurf.
So does Soleil stop banging on the wall?
All right. So when he says that, he's got this sword that's now bent and chipped, as is depending on the texture of the wall. He turns to this guy. I throw the sword into the water. Says, "Your keep. Are these assholes part of your group then?" And I point to one of the dead guys.
He's like, "No, they are not my assholes. They must be yours."
So I'm just gonna.
How many
I'm breathing
assholes he
hard.
got?
As I look at this thing and then the smoke coming from his legs and stuff, and I just turn away. Fine, keep your stupid keep.
Oh, and then that's easy. He kind of turns into more smoke and kind of fades away.
Wait.
Pinch, you're inside. I don't even know if you knew he came.
Oh, I guess I just saw the picture of the dude last week. I thought I'm like, well, where's his token at? Yeah, I think it's just a picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I have
shared
no
it with
idea where I'm at.
I shared it with everybody. Oh, you don't
I'm
know?
still-
You don't see where your token's at, Changeling?
Well, no, I see where my token's at, but I can't remember what this little room is, and I can't see anything other than Pinch, so I'm just
Oh,
gonna
there's
follow him out.
there's a whole bunch of dead bodies in this room, and there's stairs that go up,
And a lot
and
of flunk bits.
there's a whole bunch of
Flunk-
traps in here
flunk
too.
Guts.
Like around the columns and stuff, it's like heavily trapped.
Then I'm
Oh, it
going
is?
down the middle.
So I'm still breathing a little hard, and I'm looking at Lumina. What do you want to do with him?
We can't. We have to take him out of here. We can't leave him here. We need to give him a proper send off, or I don't know if we can find somebody who can to heal him, bring him back. I don't know. Can someone even be brought back from this?
Oh, everybody in the party would know that death isn't final in the world. If the spirit wants to return.
Yeah, if the spirit wants to return.
If nothing else,
Um,
I think he would want to be in the earth.
Soleil, you see a ghostly hand kind of get close to where you're standing, and you see it go, kind of waving you, and it's moving away from you back this direction. The hell is that?
Does Lumina see it as well, or just Soleil?
Well, Lumina's kind of got his head down. I mean, he could easily see it if Soleil was
So I'll
to
sort of
point it out
smack
to
him.
you.
Is that you?
Weeping.
This ain't the time. And
Do
I'll
you
point to the hand.
No, I wouldn't make a joke like that now.
Yeah,
Maybe that's some of your magic. You said you can't control it, right? Maybe it's
Yeah,
you.
but I can usually tell when it's happening.
Lumina,
Same thing. Where the
you
hell's the rest of the
recognize it as mage hand, right? I mean, you've seen it enough.
Where are the rest of
Soleil?
them? And I'm going to turn the corner and
I got
yell
the
out,
tokens unlocked
Pink,
now.
Jang Lang.
Wait, yeah.
Not my mage hand.
Pinch has got his head hanging low.
So I'm going to bend down and I'll pick up and sort of do like a fireman's carry of Varel.
Get the hell out of here.
The hand will pull on Janglang's coat, just kind of tugging at it lightly.
I'll
And I'll
follow
start
wherever the hand's pulling me then.
Yep.
It's pulling you
start
this
along.
direction.
And
All right,
That's the way out anyway.
So the hand kind of points to the individual who's strapped to the post here.
in a very, very raspy, it's not even much of a voice, you see this guy wheeze as if he's trying to say something, and then the little glowy spectrally hand comes over to his arm, and you see there's a huge bandage kind of on his arm, and the hand pulls back the bandage, and you see the symbol of a harp.
Oh,
He's a harper.
it be one who harps. Well, that's the noise he makes.
Yeah, he's having trouble speaking. He looks emaciated. He looks extremely weak and haggard.
The bindings have cut him almost to the bone. You can see
Oh,
raw
I
flesh.
still have good berries up in my good berry holding place.
I still got healing words. Too.
I've got one potion of healing. Save your spells. We gotta get out.
He doesn't look horribly wounded so much.
Hungry. Well, let's untie him and get him some. What about these other people? They're still tied up here?
As soon
I
as
talked
you
to
ask
that
that, I
first one.
shake my head no.
And he said they didn't want to be freed. That's why I left them.
Okay.
This one must be different.
The little hand will draw a symbol across his throat.
Well, you didn't
wants us to
tell
kill
him who
him.
you guys were either. You could have been cultists testing them.
I mean, what do you look like? You're
So, okay. I am a 5'11", kind of medium build guy. Skin is very pale, very, very white, completely white hair that you would think looks like an older person, but he doesn't look old. And kind of on his forehead, there's a small gem that's held there by a cord that's tied very, very tightly around his forehead, so that it wouldn't slip off. So tight that it actually indents his skin. Completely clean shaven, but he just looks like like he's severely malnourished and
human, Elvin?
underweight. No, he doesn't look human. It doesn't quite look like an elf. Um, and after a few seconds of looking at him, you see his eyes start to glow with light.
Pinch backs the hell away. I mean, like quickly.
Yeah,
The
Pinch,
mage hand will
you see
point
another
to the harp
guy,
again.
tied up here, and then another one tied up on here. Obviously, you knew were there.
Right. Well, I want to be like equally distant from all of these freaky tied up guys with glowing
So,
eyes.
Matakuri, your character starts to have a coughing fit, and he coughs up something. Like, oh,
Man, they want to cut him free.
Oh my God, he did show up.
I'll be friends with Clyde.
crap. So you
Yeah,
guys
cut
hear
the
you guys
music.
hear some music start to play.
Oh, we can't
And,
we can't open that fucker.
and floating down on a cloud of air, you see a monkey who's not wearing any pants. He's got a hat on, and around his neck, he's wearing a lei. Yellow and gold lei. And
Clyde and grass skirt.
he
Don't like it.
Does he have a coconut bra too?
yeah, he's got a coconut bra on, and he's in one hand he's got a drink with a little umbrella in it, and the other hand he's got a can of Spam. And he pops open he sets the drink on the cloud, and he pops open the can of Spam, and inside of it is Spam poop. And he squeezes it out and breaks it in half and chucks a big blob of this Spam poop and hits Vayril and Pinch right in the face. And it smells like Spam poop. Spam poop.
Aloha.
Aloha from Engorgio.
Mahalo nui loa.
Brought you, Clyde, the Hawaiian Spam slinging monkey. Yep. He's got like sand in his toes and everything.
Mahalo, Kolohe.
Right. We can. There's there could be a Over the Rainbow soundtrack, but it always makes me cry. So from is
I hope it was an old school can of Spam with the key, and you got to twist it and unravel that little strip.
that's how I always think of how to open Spam, but how do you open Spam these days? I don't know. I had no Spam.
Just pulls off the
Had
top.
Spam in years.
So I'm going to use my magic
last week.
awareness and see what's around me and check this thing out, make sure it's not giving off any weird vibes.
Check this thing out. What are you talking about? The can of Spam or
The person, Rufael. Or rough feel, however you pronounce that.
You
think
don't
it's Rufus.
sense any magical spells on him. Oh, or magical item. He does now in his hand have a magical item that he coughed up. And then there's some magic behind him. Did you guys let him down yet?
My hands are pretty free, are pretty full right now. Go ahead and cut him down there, Lumina.
Yeah, and cut him down.
I mean, he just collapses almost. He can't even barely stand. He's like.
All right, I'll try to help him up, and I say to him, "Can you walk?"
At half speed.
Sort of.
You talk.
As he comes down, he'll crawl.
He can like pull your backpack out from the spot behind you.
Yeah. There's a little cubby hole kind of right behind me that has a small pack of gear, and he tries to pull it, but it's heavy and he struggles with it.
All right. Well, I'll help him up and support him while as we walk, and say, "We got to get out of here. We don't have time for you to crawl out of here."
I'll carry his backpack for him so Pinch doesn't have to.
So Pinch doesn't have to.
Appreciated.
He's the only one in the party that's not wounded currently, if that's any consolation.
I'll do one last check. Also with my magic awareness to see if that vicious greatsword I threw is anywhere now around to get stuck in the wall or anything, or is it gone forever before I delete it?
You hear it faintly. You hear it faintly.
Warning.
No, that's different. I still have that one.
Oh, it's the
my
vicious
back.
one.
The vicious one I got from that dude in
No,
the tower.
you don't. You don't hear it, but you do hear that going off suddenly as you get two initiates come around the corner right here.
I'll put down Varel as soon as I hear it.
They see you
I'll
guys,
set 'em down.
and you see their eyes get big, and they turn to flee. And we have initiative. Let me push that to you using the lovely roll for initiative. That doesn't automatically play the sound, but I'm good at it. Ah, Rufiel. Is it Rufiel or Rufiel, right?
Yeah. Rufiel. Roofie you
Roofie.
all. Rufiel.
Roofie you all. Don't go to sleep. You get a roofie. And 1 second. Let me oh wait. Where are they? Over here? Oh. Why am I? Oh, I have to unlock shit. That's why. Yeah, so like over here. They come around the corner here. And Jangalang, you get to go first. Can you see
All right,
him?
so no, I cannot. So did Soleil point him out or anything so I can know where to move?
That's not a question for me.
Just heard the you heard his sword go off when I put down Varel.
All right, I will move this way then. And I don't see anything, so.
I think Janglang can see him.
No, I can't see anything from here anyway.
I mean, Pinch.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I gotta do something before you move. Move your guy back because you're gonna change your movement, I'm sure. I gotta go like that. Oops, no. Screwed up. That and that. Now.
Okay, so I can't see him from there. So I'll
Oh wait,
move.
I don't have your guy selected. Oh, it's because of the columns are in
Move.
the way.
Yeah, move to there.
There
And
you
now
go.
I can see him.
Because one of them's carrying a
And there's
freaking torch because they don't have no
70
dark vision.
feet. What's the reach? Okay, so I have to move some more. Oh crap. Move to there to get within 60 feet, and I will try to incapacitate one with I got, let me see. Yes, I do have one first level spell slot left. And I will target this first one. Did I target him?
No. There you go.
Now it's targeted. And use Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
He has
The
no sense of
bastard
humor.
succeeded. And damn, that's the end of Jangling's turn.
Hey, what's up,
I will,
Rondinjaro?
I'll bonus action Bardic Inspiration for Soleil.
Cool. Pinch.
Well, Pinch looks down and sees this seeker dart that he just picked up off his dude, and thought, well, here's taste your own medicine.
Oh, you hit him with a seeker dart? Nice. Dude falls over dead.
And Pinch says, boys, we got company, and I'm going to bonus action hide right there behind that pillar. So I'll give you a stealth roll if you need it, or if you want it now, or whatever.
Lumina.
All right, Lumina will set Roofy Al down on the ground, and then take a step around this pillar to see what he can see. All right, yeah, he can see these two guys, so he's gonna take a.
This guy's down though.
Oh, that one's down. Okay.
Yeah, you have to click on
Yeah.
him to get your line of sight.
Thanks. Yeah. All right. So he'll pull out his bow and take a shot at the one that's left.
Yeah, he's getting ready to turn. He's like, oh shit! He's got his ass exposed as you hit him in it. And he doesn't go anywhere. So thud, he falls to the ground. And I'm not gonna give you guys the applaud, but I am gonna unlock your tokens because I know you're getting the hell out of here, right? Is that your plan?
I believe.
Yes.
Correct.
Like as fast as you can with the carrying and dragging and limping and bleeding and crying all at the same time.
By the way, I heard the comment about the backpack, carrying the backpack. Pinch doesn't mind to carry the backpack, really.
I'm sure Pinch don't.
Poor guy.
So I'll pick Varel
Just
back
saying.
up, put him over my shoulder again, and start heading out. Pinch, check these two as we walk by.
Pinch looks up at their feet. Huh?
Two dead guys.
Oh, I thought you meant the guys tied to the posts.
Yeah, all right. Pinch goes through the dead guy's pockets and finds 48 copper pieces and whatever they.
Yeah, something like that.
Back salute.
Uh, but let me do one of these deals. Whoop. And I'm also gonna do this because you guys are out of combat. And you guys make it outside of this area, past the Kinku place and all that jazz, and back down to your little cave area. If
Back
if
down to
that's
where
how
the
far you
token's
want to
at
get.
now.
Say again?
Where the token's at now on the the Sighing Valley.
I haven't got to that image yet. Let me see.
Oh.
Oops. Yeah, well, no, yeah, exactly. Let me share that with everybody.
Sorry, I didn't know what that was in my.
What was that?
I
I
I
just
must
heard a
have.
guy die. How
I
did you
put
kill
that in my.
somebody?
I put that in my trigger, and I didn't realize like, what the hell is Wilhelm? Who is that? Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I thought I thought you killed somebody. I'm like, how the hell did you kill somebody? There's not even any tokens around. uh, yeah, so remember about 20 minutes from the
Yeah, on the
entrance, you
edge where we
guys
had the
had
big
the
fight.
yeah, the big fight there. That's you guys can stay there or you can keep going. That's up to you guys. I just saying that's an option.
Those prisoners that we released, or are those guys still in the cave? Like, didn't we tell them to like go to the cave?
I cut their throats. Oh no. Those.
You probably would catch up to them. I mean, they're being real stealthy and trying to stay out of sight and shit. So
So yeah, we're just gonna go to the cave and rest for now.
We do a short or a long. It was morning when we went down there, right?
yeah, I mean, you guys have just gotten a long rest like a couple hours ago at the most. It's
I
still
would
morning.
encourage them to keep going.
Yeah, you would know that they send patrols out regularly.
So don't rest in the cave.
I definitely need to rest.
Well, if you want a
we're
long
stopping.
rest, you're going to have to stay in the cave for about 36 hours.
I'll go up to Sela and in my pack I'm gonna pull out a little healer's kit, and I'll kind of gesture to him to just hold still for a minute as I apply this healer's kit to him. And I'll do the same for Lumina and Jangalang, who look bad.
Thanks. I'm Lumina. This is my brother Soleil. What's your name? How did you come to be in there?
He takes a drink of water and is finally starting to get his voice back a little bit. And he says, "We shouldn't stay here terribly long. My name is Rufiel, and thank you so much for getting me out of there. I've been. You guys don't look like you were any friends based on what you were doing in there with them, But I've been undercover with them for a little time, trying to uncover anything that I could. And they were making me go through, I don't know, these initiations. And I think one of the leaders got suspicious of me. Uh, those other guys that were there were bad, but I'd been tied up there for nearly 2 weeks with practically nothing to eat or drink.
That sucks.
So Pinch will kind of pull back his jacket a little bit, and inside of his
Everybody goes,
inside of
ah.
his,
Oh,
no. He's got a little Harper pen on the inside of his coat, and he just kind of pulls it back for a moment.
Rufiel smiles and he uncovers his bandaged wrist and show the Harper tattoo that he has. I see we are fellow musicians.
we are those who harp.
So let me ask you: have you seen? Describe your
Yeah. Several of us are Harpers in here. No big deal. Let's get into this damn cave and rest for a little bit, and then we can sit here and chat. You guys can make nice as much as you want. I need to eat and I need to rest.
We
Don't
better
rest
eat
too
We got
while
an
long.
we
They
hour.
do
can.
send patrols.
Can we rest an hour? Or you think they'll send a patrol?
Well, I'm hoping that the ruckus that you caused would keep them busy for a little bit as they try to figure out what's going on. But I don't know if we have an hour to before they send someone out looking for you.
It wouldn't be
Slay's gonna
hard.
go
It wouldn't be
into
hard
the
to
cave.
find the cave entrance. There's about what 7 or 8 dead bodies out front.
I thought we chucked them off the
Yeah,
cliff.
they were
Oh,
chucked off.
did you guys check them?
Yeah.
Okay, there's 7 or 8 dead pools of blood and you know fight scene out front with no bodies.
Flies.
Yeah.
Blowflies.
I'm gonna go in, put down Varel, and
So, are you guys going to attempt to get a short rest? Is
taking a
that
rest.
what you're asking the DM? Because there is a percentage chance that you don't.
Yeah,
Oh,
Slay's taking a rest.
Yep.
The rest of them want to leave him. That's fine. He doesn't care anymore.
Well, if we're gonna do this, I'll start playing a song of rest then.
Well, Song of Rest takes only 10 minutes, right?
It's
Oh, it gives
reliant
you. It
upon
takes
somebody
10
using
minutes,
hit
but
dice.
it gives you your
Yeah.
hit dice. That's right. All right. Well, let's see if you guys have an hour. You do.
All
Awesome.
right, so
I'm
guess
sitting by the front
everybody-
entrance.
I
with the
will roll
sword.
I will roll a hit die.
So am I.
And I will lay hands on Soleil and heal him for a small amount.
So Pinch Soleil, you're rolling hit die.
Yes.
There's 2 more.
Thanks, sir.
I'm gonna roll a hit die as well.
Then add 2 to it.
That's good because I rolled really bad.
I'd use my die.
Jingling's not wounded.
Yeah, but I had myself targeted for the, so I got to get rid of one of the hit die. Got to use one.
And
And during this hour, I'm gonna go sit by Lumina. So how far we want to take him? Do you just want to try to bury him? Or what do we want to do?
I
Do we really trust this new guy? I mean, damn, just shows up all of a sudden.
just shows up. He was following us. We know he's a spy.
He does have the proper mark.
yeah, he's a Harper. He seems all right. But I don't know. Do you think Dad would want to just be buried, or should we try and bring him back?
That's a long way to drag him.
So, in our discussions with Varel, I mean, he was 300 years old. Has he ever said anything about that type of thing? Would he have ever said that he's ready to be done, or has he always talked about living to 1,000 and stuff?
Yeah, I'll check his body for a will. Does he have like a?
Right.
Death was never anything that scared Veyril. It's just one more chapter in life. He spent his time, living life to the fullest and studying the stars where he could. So he wasn't, he wasn't afraid to pass on. It wasn't. He didn't have a super strong attachment to
He
trying
would
to
be
eke
concerned
out
about who's going to keep his plants alive.
his plants and his kids.
Speaking of which,
Plus, he's already rolled up another character, so
yeah. But
So we could
Yes,
just
but
toss him off the cliff with the
just
rest of them.
as a DM's point of view, if you bring him back to life, I don't have to update all the images in the stream and the. I'm just saying.
well,
I heard about
let's
this
see
thing
if
where
it's
they
good enough.
put people in a boat and let them float out to the sea under the stars. I think he would like that.
It'd be better if it were an ice boat.
Yeah, but we lost the ability to make that. So. I
So what do
mean,
you think?
ideally,
Who's
I
got
think
who's trained in medicine?
Lumina is.
Soleil?
Both of you guys give me a roll, please.
Rufiel.
Well, not you. You wouldn't
Got
have
half proficiency.
You wouldn't care. Oh yeah, both of you.
Nice.
Both of
I'd
you
fail now because
know
I'm exhausted.
that if a raise dead spell or a reincarnate or a greater spell is cast on Veyril, that if he does not want to be returned back from the dead, then he isn't. His spirit does not come back and he cannot be brought back. So you guys know that the spirit has a choice.
Well, Soleil really wants to bring him back, and then he looks at his gold pouch and realizes that he doesn't really want to bring him back because he can't.
Yeah, and Pinch is kind of digging through his, and Pinch has got some money, but not enough for a raised dead spell. That's but Pinch will cut a little lock of his hair off and tie it up and say, "Here, maybe this will come in handy one of these days." Clone him.
Yeah, that the body needs to be mostly intact for the lower level spell to work. Raise dead, anyways. More powerful
you have a-
magic.
Short time period without
hell, I'm toting
the
two. I
spell.
think we've got 2 scrolls of Revivify that we're toting around. We can't use them.
Well,
We could try to find somebody to use the scrolls.
Yeah, but if we can't afford
What
to bring
kind of
him
scrolls?
No,
We have
Revivify.
5 scrolls of Revivify in the party.
Do we really have 5?
Yeah, but you have to use them within a minute of the person's death.
Finch has 2. Well, Varel had 1, but Jangalang has 1 and Soleil has 1.
Because Rufiel can use it, but if it's been longer than a minute, then it doesn't really matter.
So, those scrolls have got to be worth something. To make the scroll, you have to use 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds to make the scroll. So, a couple of those might get you a raised dead spell.
I think we should try to take him to a town and try to revive him. And if he doesn't want to come back, that's his choice.
So we try to pay for it. Maybe we trade some of these scrolls.
Would you be able to
We
use
found-
one of these scrolls we have to at least talk to him, get an answer for us?
Unfortunately, Revivify doesn't allow me to communicate with the dead.
Like minor image might fake it though. You could be, I true love.
I don't have minor image.
I just. What are you putting him in the party sheet?
I can't use them if Rufus can use them.
I'm happy to hang on to him and use them on your behalf. They
Oh, you
won't do
meant
any good for.
you were putting the scrolls in the party sheet. I thought you meant you were putting Varel in the party sheet.
No, no. But Pinch would be more than welcome or more than happy for you to use these on my behalf.
But he and Lumina will go. Lumina and I will go through his stuff, and anything that's really personal to him, we'll leave on him. But the stuff like the scrolls or any kind of rations or anything, we'll hand out to each other or to the rest of the party. All right, well, let's rig up some kind of travois or something so I can have my hand free in case more of these damn cultists come around.
Wingware. So I took a point of exhaustion off of Rufiel. Since he ate something and got a little bit of rest, he feels a little bit better.
Thank you. I put everything that wasn't or would not have been either is useless or would not have been sentimental. So the stuff that I left is just.
You
worthless
guys
stuff.
find a diary in Veril's stuff that explains that he is a spy of the air cultists and lying to you the whole time. No, I'm kidding.
I knew it, that bastard.
So after an hour, you guys can start to see lights coming from the keep direction, way in the distance. Did you guys have the prisoners with you, or did you let them keep moving?
I think they should have kept moving.
They went out before we did, didn't they?
Yeah, but you caught up to them. They were going slow.
Yeah, if they can keep up with us, they're welcome to travel with us. But and we're not moving ultra fast with a guy.
They didn't want
exhausted
to.
and
They didn't want to stay an hour. So unless you asked them to stay an hour, they would have kept moving.
okay,
We
fine.
didn't.
No, they're probably better
Yeah,
off keeping
okay.
moving, honestly.
Yeah. So do you guys pack up and get the heck out of there, or before these lights
You
get
want
to
to take
you?
this letter, Illumina?
Yeah, sure.
So
Now, does Pinch already have a drift globe?
yeah, he's got that and a dagger that glows real faintly that he uses most of the time.
And how long does dark vision last?
The
8
spell?
hours.
8 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Raphael, can you see in the dark?
I
he
can.
still has that on.
I can produce my own light. As
Well,
well
which
as see
one?
in the
Can
dark.
can you produce
Both.
your own light? Or can you see in the dark? It's a simple
Both.
question. Damn these
I
people!
answered it.
Telling you. Yeah, I'll toss the drift globe back to Lumina. Slay's even more grumpy and pissed off than usual.
I'll say to Rufio, like, that, just don't mind him. He's always like that.
And Giorgio bought Clyde from Hawaii, so he threw Hawaiian spam poop at everybody.
That was
Sorry,
funny.
Image Dark Beast.
So where are you guys heading to?
So we're looking for any kind of thing to make a travois, you know, a couple sticks, and we've got some cloaks. He's got a cloak that we can just use to drag him along, and then let go pretty easily if we get into a fight.
Yeah, you guys shouldn't have a problem as you're, I mean, maybe not in the cave, but as you're moving along the valley and the gully area to find, you know, a couple of small saplings or whatever.
Yeah, I got
you
that
could-
net. We stretch
you
the
could-
net between the two small saplings and make a stretcher for him.
And you can tie his backpack right there to Bo Sheepish right along beside mine. He's not gonna mind. He just trot along.
Now, Soleil and I got this. Like, if anybody else tries to help, Lumina is just like, no, this is our burden to carry.
Oh, gotcha.
Literally.
All right, so you guys make it out of to the mouth of the gully into the Sighing Valley. Takes you about another hour and a half, 2 hours to get there. So it's getting close to midday. You guys come out. Where do you guys want to go?
So is where our symbol is in the Desern Valley, correct? Is Beliar the closest city to us?
Oh, on the other map. Let me see. Yeah, that's about where you guys are. Yeah.
We can go back to Red Larch or Belliard.
Is Beliard, well, which one is more likely to have someone that can perform the rituals we need?
Not in Red Larch. It's too little.
Well, Ballard's not much bigger.
Fellas, I think
Westbridge?
you may be
Actually,
getting
I think
way-
Ballard's smaller than Red Larch.
So do any of these towns, like, do we think
Yartar.
that any of them would be large
Well,
enough?
you're for sure that Waterdeep would, which is, you know, south of you guys.
How many days?
Yartar is the only city on this map. Everything else is a town.
Right. Yeah, Yartard's north of you guys. Pretty difficult to get there, you know, without going around. You think you can actually probably get to Waterdeep in about the same time it would take you guys to get to Yartar.
Really?
Yeah, I think Waterdeep is 2 days from Red Larch, if I remember correctly.
It's
Oh
a
yeah, I see.
trip I've taken many a time. If we push ourselves, I think we can get there pretty fast. Are you going to be able to keep up, Rufal?
I might be slow, but I'll do my best.
Plus, we might be able to buy some horses in Red Larch, or a cart or something.
They do have a couple of wagon makers there.
Whole hills are full of cultists up here.
Give me an
Waterdeep.
opportunity to report what I've learned.
Yeah, I'm trying to check to see
In
the
Red Larch?
distance and
I
Correct.
think Pinch would want to share information because he, and again, being the
Our
inquisitive type, he'd be picking your brain and letting you know what they found and stuff. So we'd share information on the way back to Waterdeep or wherever.
and I wouldn't hold your breath about Red Larch. The Harper contact in Red Larch is barely counts as a human,
Well,
intelligent creature. So
I understand your anger, Slay, but come on. I mean, he's a decent guy. He gave Jangalang his own outhouse for Pete's sake.
What was his name?
Ender.
Ender. You're talking about Ender. Ender's a great guy. What are you talking about? He raises and takes care of all them children, all them poor orphans.
Got him all working in his sweatshop.
not exactly what you would call a wealth of information. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm off on my mileage. It's about 220 miles to Waterdeep, so that's almost 10 days. So it
Does
would be
anybody
closer
know
to
about
go
Yartar?
to. It would be closer to go to Yartar. It's a fortified town that, were it not for its own petty internal squabblings, might wield more influence among its fellows in the north. Currently, it is the most remarkable for its barge building operation. It's on the river.
So would any of us have been there in our travels? Maybe with Varel selling stuff, or I don't know the past of these two, the other two, or three, Rufael. Would they know enough if there's a temple in there?
I'm not sure. Does anybody know that their character has been through Yartar? Or would have been through Yartar?
Pinch has not been through there.
I pretty much grew up in Red Larch. Didn't adventure much. May have heard
I think
stories.
I think Rufael would have. He's been working as a Harper operative for a little while in the region, so I think he may have passed through once or twice.
So Yartar's not like, you know, a friendly place so much. It's it's ruled by a hot-tempered woman, a water baron named Nestrel. She's been accused of murder and all kinds of stuff, but seems to get away with stuff all the time. No proof. People disappear that that come against her. Things are always been scheming and stuff. So
Sounds like a place that needs a temple.
Sounds like a fun town.
yeah. The mounted force of guards in Yartar are called the Shields of Yartar. They police the town, keep order, and it's pretty much, you don't know of a temple off, you know, you don't remember a temple being in Yartar.
So I've gone back and forth to the big city many times. Is there somewhere in between that has a temple or that we can go to? Is there a druid enclave around? Anything?
Oh, well, you know that Red Larch has a temple.
What about Billiard? That's the closest town.
Well, if we're right here, I say we go to Red Larch, and then no, we can't because it's 220 miles down there. Well, that's almost to the Golden Fields. Barge right in, Wamford, Wormwood, whatever it is.
I mean, ideally, Vayriel would have wanted to be buried in the Golden Fields if he's going to be buried.
Well, that's what Lumina was going to suggest. So
I don't think we got the money to do anything.
Yeah,
with
the
it anymore.
Villard's basically like a cattle town, you know, like just a town that grew up around cattle ranches. So, you know, like Little House on the Prairie. So there's probably, you know, a little shrine or a small church or something there, but no big temples or anything in Villard.
do we have any idea how much this would cost? Our characters.
I mean, flat out, do you think it could be, you know, several hundred gold pieces? If, you know, but finding an ally of the Harpers maybe might benefit you guys?
Well, I do know that there's some things where you can speak to him first, so we don't have to pay for a damn resurrection if you don't want to go. Waste our money. Of course, it'd be just like him too. Sort of half juggle.
Oh yeah, he would love that. If we spent all of our money trying to resurrect him and then he didn't come back, that'd be like his last joke. He'd get a kick out of that.
Well, what if you do the speak with Dead and he says he wants to come back, and then you pay for all the money, and then he says, "Nope, fuck you."
Look, he's right here. Don't give him any ideas.
That's funny. I don't care who you are, that's pretty funny.
All right, so we're heading to the Red Larch then.
Heading to Red
The
Larch.
road's
So
pretty close.
So you guys hop on the little path here called
Larch Path.
Larch Path, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got about 60 miles to get to Red Larch, and let's see what kind of encounters you guys get. So
Lumen and I will be carrying the Travoy, and then if he gets tired, I'll drag it on my own. And then when he gets his strength back, that type of thing.
Reminds
all
me
right,
of
so
Christmas
I'm
Day.
gonna push some long rests too, as you guys don't have an encounter the first day.
Yeah.
And Raphael, I'm gonna just delete your levels of exhaustion for now.
Okay.
And then if we have an encounter a certain day, so you're down to 2 right now instead of
Right.
3. And we'll see what kind of if we get an encounter or whatnot. You guys are traveling during the day, I take it, and camping at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna make
Some
sure
kind of
his head is
trail.
pointed up at night, and that his he can, you know, his face is exposed to the stars.
Nice. All right. Well, let me push those 2. Make sure that everybody gets their hit dice back. Because you guys, oops. Long rest and another long rest. So you guys should be fully healed and ready to go. And that's been 4 days that you guys have been traveling. No encounters. You guys have been pretty lucky.
Through the Somber Hills to Red Larch.
No encounter.
We're going.
Oh,
We can only go 15 miles in one day.
no, you guys go. I just kind of figured 25. Oh yeah, that's true. You guys are in Red Larch.
Yep.
Good call.
And we're on the road.
So you guys arrive back in Red Larch. It takes you, 4 days or so to get to Red Larch. And as a reminder, when you arrive in Red Larch, everybody's leaning. I don't know. I don't know why it does that. It always was kind of weird. Is that Veyril's point of view? Is that what? I mean, it's a nice
Hang
piece of
on to his
art, but
staff.
why is it crooked? It's just, is it me? Does it bother anyone else? I mean, it's a good piece of art.
It's a guy falling off his horse.
All right, so here's Red Larch again as a reminder. So you guys arrive in Red Larch, and let's see what the weather's like. Anybody want to see what the weather's like today? Let's see what the weather's like today on the party sheet. Under the weather tab, it is going to be you guys midday as you guys come into town, and we're gonna
There's supposed to be
see.
a weather tab.
Nope,
There
only for
is.
DM. It's not for players.
Yeah, only. So it's light rain, high winds. As you guys come into town.
During those 4 days, I'll be loosening up a little bit with Rufael. Go over the notes I have from the Harpers. I also have a book about the Harpers.
And I'll
Now compare
explain
notes
to
with what I've
them.
got.
And I'll explain to them as we're traveling, as we get to trust them, why I was there. I was undercover and got myself ingratiated to them and went in as initiate as a healer.
Hey, what's up,
And,
Bioweapon?
provide-
Thanks for the raid.
Drake, we can't hear you.
That's because I was talking to the stream, bitches.
Okay. And I'll explain to them that I was recruited for them as a healer, and was trying to gather information on the elemental cults that seem to be rising up. There seems to be something weird going on in the region. Drake, is there anything else I learned while I was in there?
Actually, you do know that the elemental cultists have opposing views. That the wind elementals do not like the earth elementals, and so there is some conflict among the elementals. And you also know that they have started to take over this dwarven city underneath the Desrin Valley, which pretty much stretched most of the Desrin Valley. And there are access points to get to underneath the city. One of them being where you just were. You know that below there's a secret way to get into the deeper into their activities. You never been in there. You didn't have enough rank to get in there or nothing. But you know that there are 4 places in the Desrin Valley that access deeper into it.
The city is just by the air elemental people, or all of them?
Say again?
That dwarven cities being controlled by the air elementals, or people, or all of them?
There's 4. There's 4.
They're all in different parts of the city, different
Yeah,
locations.
there's the water, there's the air, there's the earth, and there's the fire. And you know,
And they all control.
Rufiel's character knows of the air and the earth locations.
But they all control a section of the underground city.
Yeah, or the access point to the underground city. He doesn't know underneath because he hasn't been in there.
And you're positive that the air and the earth are not working together.
That they don't like each other.
They don't like each other.
They don't like each other. What about, does Raphael know if the other 2 like each other, or if one likes the other, like the air likes the water, or?
He would
Like
suspect that
he
there's
likes the
probably some
flower.
conflict between, like, water and fire, air and
Rufio
earth.
wouldn't know this, but didn't you guys find something under that place where we fought the were creatures? There was like a passageway that went up a little river underground, and it went to something.
Yeah, and yeah, it's where the ghouls or the gas came up out of the water and
Yeah.
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm wondering
And
if that's
Soleil would have mentioned that as you guys are talking.
Yep. Yeah, we would share all information so that way it's
Yeah, so you guys get back into Red Larch and probably go over to the. I'm closing some maps down here. Go over to the Swinging Sword, or what was the name of the place?
I think that was it.
Where are we at? Red Larch.
Yeah, number 2, the swinging sword.
Bioweapon Iram just rated with 1 viewer.
Yeah, I said that's who I was talking to.
I always see his name as Bioweapon Iridium.
Yeah, so the Swinging Sword. I actually have a map of it, but I don't think we need the map. But you guys are in the Swinging Sword. One door north of the All Faiths Shrine stands the Swinging Sword. In the inn is a 3-story stone structure crowned by a steep slate roof that bristles with many chimneys. A signboard juts out over the door, hanging from chains. It's a 10-foot-long carved wooden scimitar emblazoned with the inn's name in red paint on both sides. An inn yard with stables and outbuildings lie behind the building. The Swinging Sword is a welcoming and a luxurious by the area's rustic standards. Each room boasts a hearth, warm draperies and tapestries, and running water, provided by rooftop cisterns. Now run by the Urkel family from Waterdeep, the inn has become a popular stopover for wayfarers in the Desserin Valley. The topmost guest floors is given over to dormitories where travelers can sleep cheap in rooms shared with up to 6 guests, but the lower floors are divided into pleasant suites of guest rooms, each room with its own garderobe. There's also a dining room on the ground floor. The Swinging Sword has one recurring problem: kitchen fires. The 1-story kitchen annex at the back of the inn, currently out of commission, was initially built with poorly drawing chimneys. Right now, cooking is rudimentary and done out in the yard on grills flanking the bread ovens. The dining room is mainly used for drinking, with the Helm, the tavern across the road, currently providing the best meals in town that travelers can easily buy. While the Helm at high sun is a place to hear Red Larchers unwind, the Swinging Sword is a polite social hub and natural meeting ground of Red Larch. And you guys know the proprietor. Her name is Kalesa. You guys have met her. She's actually given you money, I do believe.
So despite that excellent description, Soleil and probably Lumina will be going to the temple first, or that chapel, whatever it is, first.
Shrine.
Because
We go right
despite as
past
many herbs as we've tried to put on this thing, it's starting to smell. If it's taking us 4 days to go 60 miles.
and the herbs Viril had with him are very fragrant.
Pungent.
Smells a little skunky.
I was gonna say fragrant, but yeah.
Smells a little skunky. Going, is there a skunk nearby?
Pungent.
Sticky.
Purple sticky punch. The All-Faith Shrine is a wayward shrine used by many faiths and owned by none. Priests shuttle out from Waterdeep in pairs for month-long stays. Each pairing includes priests of 2 different faiths arranged by Waterdevian temples. The most frequent combination are Soon and Saloon, Tamora and Lathander, and Tempest and Ogma. The visiting priests dwell in 2 simple stone rooms in the back of the temple. They bring their own vestments and holy items and take them away again with their duties end. Right now, Amadar Rovelin, a follower of Tempest, and Lumara Aldrak, a Tetherian Huban acolyte, a devotee of Saloon, are serving at the shrine. Imidar is a stern man who is keenly interested in news and rumors and visitors. He is also an ally of the Order of Gauntlet. Occasionally, Lumera is a sympathetic ear and a guide to all. She has been coming to the shrine for decades, has officiated at marriages of many couples, and is widely loved and trusted in Red Larch. So when you guys
So
come
we'll go in and talk to her.
Lumera, she says, you knock on her, on her door, and you hear her say, "Oh, come in."
She's who you were named after too, wasn't she? Isn't she?
So when you open the door, sitting in the
plane.
back of the room is,
Oh, definitely.
she says, "What can I do for you?"
What can I do for you? We're I'm not even there.
You could be.
I thought those two went. Okay.
They
Lumina's
did,
mom is
but
high.
no one else said they didn't go, so you could be with them if you wanted to. But I would think Pinch would immediately went and got his cheeks pinched by the girls in the swinging sword and got some. What was it they served? They were serving soup or something. Stew. They had
It was
some
the
kind
mushroom
of stew.
cheese biscuits or something.
Well, no, that's the other place down the way.
Bakery.
The
Yeah,
bakery
he was
has
telling
the.
about the wyvern that he. No, he probably wouldn't. He'd be keeping his mouth shut at this point. He doesn't trust anybody in Red Larch. There's a connection here to this town. So yeah, just listening to gossip over there. So you guys do what you want to. I'd like to meet her. Always had a thing for redheads.
So I'll
She
sort
says,
of defer to Lumina.
Are you boys just going to stand there? Or you're going to introduce yourself?
We need some sort of resurrection spell for our father.
Oh my!
Well, at least to speak with Dad.
Your father is he old? Oh, I mean, if he's died of old age, there's not much we can do.
No, he got his head chopped off.
Well, that's not very nice. Did you at least bring his whole body back?
Of course.
Hmm.
Is this something you can help us with?
She says, it is within my power to bring people back from the dead. Unfortunately, I don't have that ability today. I would have to pray over the moon this evening, and I could do it in the morning. Of course, Saloon would need a donation. Or some task, perhaps.
Yeah, well, you know Varel already. I'm sure you guys have spent a lot of time together, and I'll sort of look at Lumina. And I'm sure this is not the first time we've talked to her. But I'll remind her who our father is, Varel, and I'll say while he didn't worship Saloon, he was very much into the stars and such. But before we go through all this trouble, can you at least talk to him? Don't you have it like that? Speak with dead folks, something, so we can make sure that this is what he wants. He
Hmm.
was 300 plus years old, so maybe he don't want to come back.
Yeah, perhaps he cut his own head off. He was elderly.
Do you get that in here a lot?
No, not at all. I mostly do weddings. Same thing, though, sometimes. She says, well, I'm sure I could try to speak with his soul before we try to bring him back from the dead and see what he has to say. However, speaking with the dead is not always very accurate.
So Slay's trying not to get upset. He's like, look, his body's just out here. You want us to drag him in here? It's a simple yes or no question. I'm not sure how accurate you need to get.
Like, going for a consult before a colonoscopy. I mean, why? Stick a camera up there and take a picture. I don't need to talk to you about it first.
Yeah, he's already dead. You can't screw this up.
She's like, now that the DM has read the spell, quit being an asshole and bring him in.
You can't kill him more.
All right, so we'll bring him the Travoy in there. It's been rained on and traveled on and
It's a
Lumina will like brush a bunch of
Chew-
leaves off of him.
it's
He's
chew away
starting
the
to
little rodents
swell.
and stuff.
it's not like they have shag carpet or anything in this church. It's like
Is
marble
there-
floors and
Is there a trail of body fluids that's like leaking behind this thing as they drag it through there?
Bloated.
after 4 days on the trail, there is no fluids left in him.
Midsummer.
Flies crawling out of his mouth.
With his head cut off, I don't think there's any more fluids left in him.
Yeah,
thought that was the
83
starring
degrees. That's not gonna smell good.
Yeah. At least it's raining right now, and it's rinsing him off pretty good. So she's like, please bring him over here, and there's some blankets there you can cover him up with, and if you chose to leave him here tonight.
All right, I'll take him over and
She points to the corner over behind some pews.
So are you able to talk to him tonight, or are you going to have to wait for that for tomorrow too?
She's like, unfortunately, most of my spells I have prepared for today aren't typically speaking with dead and bringing them back from life. It's usually around marriage and happy things.
We'll be happy if you can bring him back.
So what time do you want us back tomorrow then?
She says, as soon as the moon goes down is fine. In the morning.
Can we stay here to watch over him?
Certainly. The shrine is always open. You're more than welcome to sleep in a pew if you like.
I will do that then. Thank you.
It's like, have you ever laid in a pew? It's not comfortable.
Oh no, it's gonna be terrible.
It's not comfortable. You might just sleep on the floor.
So Slay will
Least on the
go,
floor you can stretch
get
out.
cleaned up, bring back some food. I'll take over if you want to go get cleaned up. And I'll
No, I'm not leaving until this is over.
All right, so you guys are at the All Faith Shrine. Pinch, you're over at the Swinging Sword. What about Jangalang and the new character Rufiel?
Jangling's with Pinch.
Okay, so you guys are both at the Swinging Sword, and where's Rufiel?
Rufio would be trying to check in with his with any Harper to relay what he's learned.
Ender.
Ender.
So he'd be, from what he learned from Pinch and Jangalang about Ender, he would try to meet up with him.
And do you remember Ender?
Yeah, the stream
do
might
not.
not remember.
He says, what can I do for you? Welcome to Valverde Sundries. And this place is, aside from the bewildering profusion of doors, barrels, rotting old furniture, and tools leaning against the outside wall, this building looks like a private home. A small faded sign on the front door reads, Valavio's Sundries. All the rooms are crammed to the rafters with new wares and used items of all sorts. Inderth Valvalo, Inder, a retired caravan merchant who sells new and used goods, furniture, lamps, carpets, mirrors, weapons, shields, helms, and a little bit of everything else. Almost anything might be available to buy here, buried under heaps of other stuff, and Valvalos carries a good running inventory in his head. He's the only vendor in town selling blank books and parchment also. He's a somewhat shy, scuttling little man who employs a small army of local children, who one of the leader of the children used to be Jangalang.
So I probably would have taken Rufy to see Ender.
Yeah? Oh, did
And
Rufy tell you
after
that
I
that's where
ate-
he was going?
Rufy would have been open with them. I mean, knowing that
Okay.
they are who they are and they're of a similar, background and mindset for the organization.
He says, oh, you look who's back, Jangalang. And who's your
You
friend
didn't
you got
reassign my
with you?
outhouse, did you?
Well, you know me, I ain't in charge of them boys. You gotta take it up with them. But I'm sure someone's been
kick 'em out.
sleeping in there. I heard some music playing, and it wasn't your fiddle.
I'll take care of them little rats. This here's Rufy. Rufia.
He
Well
says,
met.
well met. Don't mind what you're standing on. I'll clean that up later.
Rufy looks down and tries to figure out what the heck he's stepping in.
And something's squiggling under the carpet. You don't know what it is.
Wipes his shoe on the floor.
Yeah.
And says, I understand that you are one who harps.
Oh, well, I know of a bunch of them, that's for sure.
Well, I have been on a mission for those that harp, and I just wanted to check in before we continue on with our work and report.
You need to make a report to the higher ups. Is that what you want to do? He says, well, if that's the
That's
case,
exactly it.
then why don't you come with me? Because I got a special device just for that. And he puts you in front of a sending stone. And the person on the other end is a harper in the Waterdeep
Okay.
Harper office. I don't know the name and all that yet, but it's who he reports to.
Which
All right.
way?
And they probably don't tell you their name or their rank or anything, but
Don't need to. Yeah.
it's a female that you're talking to. And so blah blah blah. You can report.
Yeah.
to
Brief
the Harper.
report of everything.
And we'll come back to you after that. We'll buzz back to you guys. Did you want to do anything, Jangalang? Or did Jangalang want to do anything? Or does he want to go with him?
No, I'm gonna go kick out whoever that little rat is staying in my outhouse.
Oh.
It's Alfalfa. My name's Alfie. You remember him? He's grown a lot since you left. He's got to be an inch taller. Sarah. Yeah, that's it.
So Alfie's gonna have to go sleep back with the little boys and girls in the other dorm. Jangalang's back in town.
He's like, you ain't in charge no more, I am.
This is my room. It always has been.
I'm telling my dad, and he runs out crying because he's like 10.
I like how we like went and like fought with like cultists and like all these monsters, wyverns and stuff, and now Jangling is fighting with a 10-year-old over where he's gonna sleep.
Exactly.
Over an outhouse.
Apparently, this 10-year-old likes ponies because there's pictures of ponies all up on the wall that he drew.
Yeah, I could deal with ponies. Oh, he drew them?
Yeah.
They're coming down.
Like, oh no, they're on the wall. He drew them with the marker.
Yeah, they
on
drew
the
them
wall.
on the wall. not-
Oh! Now I gotta
Mostly
paint the
out
place.
of-
Little
Mostly with
pony.
coal. Mostly with coal. All right, let's
Pictures.
let's take a 10-minute break, guys. How's that sound?
Cool. All
It's,
right.
it's about
Sounds
that.
good.
It's about that break time. So we need to take a little break. We're going to take a 10-minute break. I'm going to start a timer for 21:49. I'll start some music and put the slideshow on. But go away if you want to for a little bit, but make sure you come back in about 10 minutes. We'll be picking up the second half of Princes of the Apocalypse. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, break is over. Pretzel is off. Oops. Wrong button. You guys back? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
Bio never left. Thank you for sticking around. All right, so you guys are doing your thing in Red Larch for the first day. Let's get back to Veyril the next morning. Sound good?
Yep.
No objections. Sven, are you with
Nope.
us?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm trying to.
Okay, just as you can hear us, that's cool. Diablo Bob, what's up, man? Inconceivable. So Speak with Dead allows some questions asked. I think the question is we can ask up to 5 questions. So Lumura asks if there's any other questions other than do you want to be brought back from the dead that you guys want to ask of him? Like where did you bury the stash, or any?
Which one of us was your favorite?
Yeah.
Where's the siege for the purple nerf?
Tess.
Yeah, no, I meant us. God, of course she was your favorite.
Tess.
Tess.
I can just see Lumina like getting frustrated and being like, "Why are you such an asshole?" and burning like all of the questions. Like,
so I guess the question of the day is, what does Veyril say when they ask if he wants to be brought back from the dead?
He would say no. He died as he lived, at one with nature, and is happy to go peacefully off into the afterlife, and wishes you to rescue Tess. And
I believe it's Barrel's way of saying "fuck off, boys."
That's a good thing because you already split up all of his shit, right?
So we'll ask if there's anything else that he needs done, and find out, and if he wants, to be buried with anything, or besides being buried in the.
It's only
open
5
field.
questions. You've already asked 2, so. And he doesn't have to respond truthfully either. But
If he knows where Tess is.
for a donation, which would include the Speak with the Dead spell of 100 gold pieces, the All Faith Shrine offers to preserve him as much as they can after 4 days on the hot ass road, and will transport him to the Golden Fields, to whoever you want him to be transported to in the Golden Fields.
oh yeah, Lumina will pay that. Of course, he offers to let Soleil split it as well because he probably wants to.
Well, I don't know how much Veyril had in his pocket either.
We have these scrolls of Revivify.
yeah, you
We
can
can
take
trade.
everything Veyril had.
We can trade these. Some of these.
Veyril had a shit ton of money.
Right. And they pull out this sack out of his backpack.
So you all can split up 26 platinum, 525 gold, 185 silver, and 59 copper.
Wait, I'll put it in a party sheet. How much platinum?
26.
Wait, why isn't it working? Oh, there's already a 20.
Well, we'll take out the fee first, and then put whatever's left in the party sheet.
Yeah, for those who carried things and those who didn't carry a damn thing.
How much?
We're giving
have-
Rufy any?
We
How
have a
much
drift
gold?
globe.
Minus 100.
525. Minus 20. Minus 100 would be 425.
425 plus, because there's already some in there.
And 185 silver.
And how much copper?
59.
59. All right, I'll put that in the party sheet. And you got all the stuff off of him, drift globe, all that jazz that
Yeah. Anything worth anything was removed.
is in the party sheet. Okay,
Does
good.
Rufael want the scroll of wall of water? And can that be cast by anybody else? Jangline, can you cast wall of water? Is it Bard spell?
It says on the
Rufael can.
I don't know.
Druid, Sorcerer, and Wizard.
Yeah, Rufael can.
And you have that wing wear if somebody wants to fly. You're the waving queen. Don't you want to be like your birds? Lumina?
Oh, I've already got one of those.
Ah.
Somebody should take that scroll of Skywrite too. I mean, we might need that.
You never know
Yeah,
when you need
can't
to.
use that one.
We go to the beach.
That would go to the bard. He's the,
The
only one
bard
who
can use
it.
that one. It's a ritual. Or it could be. I mean, it's a scroll,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
a
not
scroll.
it's not a ritual.
You can use it to terrify the townsfolk.
Yeah, those are hard to find when you're looking for one.
Actually, I've had. I think I've had it used like twice ever. The spell.
It's
I'm
two
not
more
sure what it
times than
does.
I've seen it used.
I figure it self.
One time it was kind of helpful. Help us, come back. You know, it was like. All right, so Rufael, you after your sending that day, the female on the inn says that she needs to discuss your findings with fellow harpers, and that she asked you to come back the next day at a certain time to
Okay.
find out what she needs you guys to do. In the meantime, in Red Larch, I'm gonna let you guys wander around and talk to people and do stuff, but you guys each are gonna gain a roll on the random magical item table to see what you guys find in Red Larch.
Whatever happened to my potion of animal friendship?
Oh, I forgot to put that in the Is it still
Yeah, you don't
somewhere I
wanna
can
lose
just grab
that.
it real quick?
It's
How
way
far
up in
was-
chat. Way back in the very beginning of the session. So
I didn't have any rations, so I took some rations.
you can take them all. Rufael's got 10 of his own.
If nobody's gonna take that drift globe, Lumina will take it.
Yeah, if
I-
not,
I
it's
don't-
getting if it's still on there, I'm gonna bury it in the golden fields with a light on.
Yeah, I don't need a light
We'll
switch,
leave it alone.
but you know, he'll take it as like a memento.
A trick
sort of-
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
A
can, you
memento.
can use it as a
the-
trap too. You light it and leave it in a spot so the people are drawn to it while you shoot them from afar.
Yeah, like a
There you
And let me push this
A
money
lure.
to you guys.
Or you save it for vampires. Ha 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 ha.
So items. Let me give you that. Let me throw that potion in there for you. And how much gold did you guys get? 331 gold. and I'm giving magical items out? Ah, that's bullshit. I'm selling them. No. All right, so there's that potion of animal friendship for you that you coughed up. That who bought that for you?
I don't know.
Engorgio did.
Gorgia.
From Hawaii. So it has like a pineapple-y taste when you drink it, and you can only friend things that are indigenous to Hawaii.
Dolphins and seals and crabs and
There's no land animals.
pigs, wild boars,
Yeah. Spam monkeys.
birds.
Spam
Yeah.
monkeys. All right, so who wants to roll first on the old magical item table B? I think Lumina gets to go first.
All right. Well, so Lumina, when he's in town, and everybody kind of disperses probably to do their own thing, he's not really interested in talking to the townsfolk and stuff because he's definitely down. But he does feel like Saloon was very helpful to him in this time of need, and so he goes back to the
Shit.
temple to try to get some more information about
Yeah, trying to get some.
about this god. No. He's really just interested in this deity that he's never really been a religious person before, but yeah, this has been a little bit of a wake up call for him.
All right, so he does learn a little bit about Saloon. That that they are the moon and the Lycanthropy follow them. Saloon. That kind of information he garners, and she give me a charismatic roll. Persuasion would probably be appropriate.
Okay, we'll see how this goes. You know what? This is important, Illumina. I'm going to use my point of inspiration on this to get advantage.
It was a little laggy, but a 14 is pretty good. Not only does he learn bits and pieces about Illumina, he gets a couple of side, breast shots in her silky gown, and she also gives him a bag of holding. She's like,
which I already have, so he would.
You can give it to somebody else, but
yeah, he offers it to the rest of the party.
Why didn't we put Viril in the bag of holding?
Now, Pinch could use a bag of holding.
Yeah, I don't know. You
Take
guys
care.
maybe scared of the bags of holding or whatever.
Well, somebody mentioned it in chat.
Put it in piece by piece.
Yeah, we'll leave it in the bag of holding for now, or we'll leave the bag of holding in party sheet for now. But Pinch, how do you come across your role here?
Well, Pinch is working the room at the swinging sword.
So you like pickpocket something out of somebody?
Yeah, looking for.
All right, give me your sleight of hand.
Let's see here. Let me move cams over just a second because that table popped under there.
Is that Dairy Queen Blizzard you're eating, Caesar?
Oh, it looks
You're a
good
bastard.
too, man. Oh.
I just got in trouble at my doctor for my blood sugar being too high. I was craving a milkshake so bad.
Pinch will also.
It's
had
the
an
new
apple.
summer drumstick flavor.
I had an apple. Pinch. So you steal a bag of holding, and inside of the bag of holding is roll on that table. A potion of hill giant strength.
You ever seen a halfling on hill giant strength potion?
That's how we'll play that one out.
He would probably toss that to Soleil at this point, or it's something that really.
Well, stuck to it. stuck to the bottom of the potion of Hill Giant Strength when you give it to Soleil. There is a alchemy jug.
Mayonnaise for everybody. Never be thirsty.
And Jangalang, while you're cleaning out your room over there, under the bed, next to some drawings, you find a potion of greater healing.
I knew that rat was hiding something in here.
Does it
And
have a pony drawn on it?
Little Care
so,
Bear.
So Ender says, remember when you wiped your feet on the carpet? Well, this is what was wiggling around underneath the rug. A potion of fire. So, all right, so the report back from the Harpers to Rufiel is they want you guys to investigate the points of access to this dwarven city, these haunted keeps. The other two. You only know of one, but they know there's a fire cultist one somewhere. So you guys are tasked to go to the Earth and check it out if you can. You know, do some damages, see if you can figure out any clues there, and then find the fire one and do the same there, and then see about trying to get access below and not get over your pay grade in the wrong area.
So Soleil's going to go to the bakery first thing in the morning before we even deal with Varel. I'll bring some back for Lumina as well. And then once we're done with taking care of Varel, he's going to go to his favorite person in the world and Ender and try to not choke him as he reports in and tells him, because since he's the only Harper agent here, and he'll do the same thing. He'll report back to his point of contact in Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
We'll continue to stress to please change the point of contact in Red Large.
you get to the impression of there is not a soul in Red Larch or near Red Larch that would even suspect that he's a Harper, and that's the whole point. He's a you want to look around, or you need to use the stone.
And after I use the stone, that was my next question. Are we able to buy anything here in the town?
You can buy anything in the player's handbook. Anything in the player's handbook.
And I'm going to go back to this chapel as well and get some holy water. And I'm going to get a bunch of empty vials now that I have this alchemy jug that was sent to me by my hookup in the Baldur's Gate.
And Caesar, you didn't pull that potion out of the party sheet yet.
No,
You don't want to leave it tucked under the kid's bed, do you?
don't sell anything yet.
No.
'cause
Oh,
Let
do
me
you
have to
have
do
one on
that.
your sheet and you just added to it, or no?
Well, I just added the action. Let me add the inventory.
Yeah.
I'm selling that leather armor too. So just
Yeah, if you guys got anything you want to sell, you can put it in there too, and I'll
What we
split
into
that up
this
for you
wing
guys.
This freaking wingware is worth 250 gold.
Makes you fly. Don't you want to fly?
You got, I kind of like to keep my feet on the ground. Tell you the
Well,
truth.
so did Viril's herbs.
I didn't mind that kind of
They
trip.
were more effective.
Soleil gets the same information back from his report that I said to Rufiel. They've been communicating, the Harpers, on that end, and they want you guys to investigate the 4 haunted mansions, or the other 2 that you guys haven't investigated yet.
I'll also let him know that I am with Rufael and Jang Lang or Pinch or whoever the hell the other one was.
Does the party know that Pinch is a Harper?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said it
Yeah.
to Rufael.
He revealed it to me.
Oh, okay.
To Rufiel.
Yeah.
And I had done that a few
they
sessions
know.
back too.
The only one that's not right now is Lumina. And Lumina, if you give me another high perception check, your character could actually get laid since your name's Lumina. I'm just saying. I mean, it's Saloon, right? I mean, come on.
I thought
Right?
that was his
practically
mom.
the same.
It's not his mom. She's only like 20 years old. Lumina's like, how old is Lumina?
Oh, like 50 something.
Yeah.
Is a bag of holding in the player's handbook?
Yeah, it's called Backpack, and it holds about 50 pounds. Anytime you want to draw something out of it, it's an action.
So I'm going to give the vials to Lumina. Here, hold these empty vials in your bag there. I'll break them.
Yeah, that's true.
We had a thought about doing an add-on to Fantasy Grounds that you can keep inventory of bags of holding for the party, but it really makes sense that it belongs to a person and they are in charge of what's in it. A party bag of holding is kind of metagaming.
There's a good extension for that.
Yeah, but
there's an extra minor containers one that you put it in your inventory as a bag of holding, just like you would a normal item, and you assign things to it, and then the weight of those items don't apply to your overall
That's how
weight.
I've got this set up. Yeah.
And you can set a maximum, so you say this only holds this much weight and doesn't go over.
That's cool right there. That's the only benefit. The inventory tab of Fantasy Grounds is pretty powerful, I think, if you just organize it, and just make your bag of holding 15 pounds and turn off all that. I mean, 500 pounds worth of shit's a lot of shit. And you can quickly look at it and see if you're approaching that. At least the DM can, and then when you get on your character and you have over 500 pounds and you realize that all your shit's gone because your DM did the math and deleted all your shit because it ruptured, then you realize next time that you need to keep track of that. That's how I roll.
I just went from...
Or you'd be like Robin, be max encumbered.
Yeah. I went from 119.6, which is current max. Maximum is 120. And I'm down to 46 pounds. So I unloaded a bunch of the stuff off the dog, and the dog is nothing but a fixture that needs to stay in Red Larch with a good family or something. He eats too much, and Pinch and the dog together, we just can't have a buffet every night.
Do you have a bag of holding now?
That's why I'm getting rid of the dog.
Get like a little doghouse and in the bag of holding and just pull him out. Oh, look, he suffocated about 3 days ago because I forgot about him.
I'll ask her
no
how
smell,
much
'cause the
she
air doesn't
wants
go in
for
and out.
this. How many vials of healing can I get for this Scroll of Revivify?
How much is a Scroll of Revivify? What's the value?
It says it's only worth 136, but it takes 300 gold to make it, so makes no sense.
It's how much. It's like chicken wings. They don't cost that much money. Damn it! Just people want them right now. That's why they're so expensive. Same with 2x4s. People
Oh,
want them
163.
right now. There's way too many scrolls of Revivify. No one wants them, so the values are
Yeah.
only
Glutton the market.
like way too many. They're like, yeah, another scroll? Yeah, I'll give you 136 gold for it. It's fine.
We're driving the market down.
So how about 10 vials? That's 250 gold. 10
That's-
holy water.
That sounds fair.
Does anybody else want these? I'll come back. I've got these vials of holy water. Anybody else want some?
3 of them are actually moonshine, but she doesn't tell you that. When you go to use them, be careful. Don't
Look at it,
splash
John.
them on something on fire. Whoosh! Oh shit! No, I'm kidding.
Rufiel's not particularly religious.
Nothing to do with religion. It has to do with throwing it on undead or fiends or crap that you can't hurt. All right. So if no one else wants them, then I'll give 5 to Lumina to hold. Because they are flasks. They're not vials.
I just wish you could shrink up things like bag of holding. I could shrink all that up. You know, like the action
Any chance
tab.
of buying a magic item or?
No.
'Kay.
Not in Red Larch.
How about rations? Buying some rations.
Yeah, those are in the player's handbook.
Okay.
Do you guys want a shop? Make it easier on you?
Oh, I needed 10 days worth of rations.
I do have
So-
shops set up for Red Larch. If you guys want. Leather shop, weapon shop, armor shop, adventuring gear. Do you guys have access to that when I share it to you? Is it still?
It's
Oh,
in the
really?
shops button over on the right.
How many days you guys want to spend in Red Larch? 3 days, something like that?
Yeah, just enough
A
to
couple
recover
hours.
and do our communication.
Well, you've already spent at least a day
So-
here.
Well, I
Beyond
wonder
that-
where we're. They've told us to go investigate these places. We know where one is, possibly two, but where else? I mean, especially with no help, because
Well, you know where,
What-
actually, you know where 3 of them are. You've been to 2 already.
let's go check out the third one at least.
Maybe
least
that'll
we'll
point
know.
us to the next one.
Yeah.
So as we're sitting here in the inn talking, do we want to go back to that one underground first? That was the first one we saw. We still don't know what the hell's going on with
Wasn't there
Tess.
a ghostly voice down that cavern that said, "Don't go here yet"? Oh. And then he let us go to the last place. So, you know,
Yeah,
if
good
he
point.
let us go to the last place and then he warned us from that one.
Yeah, I warned you the underground area is above your pay grade, and I said there's several of those. So if you go to the wrong place, I'm not going to tell you next time. And you had a character die. And you had almost a TPK. Yeah, so. I mean, I think you guys had like maybe 20 hit points of healing left. And that was it. I mean, I'm talking all the chat rewards, everything was used up. So the place that you guys know you need to go, or you know where to go, was the monastery. The monks' monastery.
They were the stone folk.
Yeah, and it was here.
Would I have known where the 4th place was?
No.
No? Okay.
But you know it's somewhere,
Somewhere in the hills.
somewhere in the Destrin, the Sumber Hills.
Well, let's do a little investigation work. See if we can't ask around and.
So the Riverguard Keep is here. Oops, not that button. Not that button. This button. No. Huh. Is here. This is where Riverguard Keep is at. The
Not even on the river.
the tower, the Feathergale Tower is here. And the
Where
monastery
you're
is
pointing.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I have to let go, I guess. Are you guys on the Yeah, you're on this map.
Yeah. I saw that there for a second, but before
Yeah,
your
hold
pointing
on,
wasn't
let me
showing up.
Just to
You
make
know, you
sure.
create a story entry and named like Riverguard Keep and just drag it onto that spot and then share it. And it's blank; it won't have any information, but it'll show up for the players
yeah, I can
on the
make
map.
I can make a pin there. But what I was trying to do was point and not grab a hold of the stupid
Pointer.
grids. If I do that, does it free? Oh, there we go. If you turn off toggle grid snap, it turns it off. All right, so there's Riverguard Keep there. And the spire was here. And the monastery is here.
And just to be clear, we have no more clues for tests that I'm forgetting, correct?
The only clues that you have was that she was brought through Riverguard Keep and taken to the Earth Cultists took her.
Which is where we're headed, these monks.
All right, absolutely, yeah. Slade could care less about any of this stuff. His whole goal is to find his sister. So
yeah. But you
I'm
suspect
along for the ride.
that she's probably either at the Stone Monastery or somewhere down below in the city. The clues that you guys have was that the delegation had a dwarf historian with them that was also captured, and he's a historian of the dwarven city that's underneath the Sumber Hills. And he was as well captured with Tess and the delegation. And one of his books showed up in Red Larch, and that came through Riverguard Keep down the river, that kind of deal. So you guys are gonna make your way to the Sacred Stone Monastery. Chipotle mayonnaise, but that sounds kind of good. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, so 50 miles, so a little over 2 days to get there. Are you guys getting horses or just going on foot? Anything different that you guys want to do?
No,
How
gotten rid of the
plausible
dog.
would it be to buy some to hire somebody to ride with us and care for the horses and stuff when we're off doing other stuff?
It is possible to have hirelings. However, the survivability rate of horses and hirelings is always a factor in D&D. So I don't think you guys are rich enough to be throwing money willy-nilly away at horses and hirelings, you know, leaving them tied up outside of stone monasteries for days on end while you're inside exploring. But you know, that's up to you guys. I always, as a player, was like, screw damn horses. They're not worth the money.
Right? It's not actually me that has to walk that far.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. It's an illusion, me, that my guy could carry 250 pounds and walk 23 miles in a day and not break a sweat. I mean, what do I need a horse for? However, I have used like a donkey for, you know, to give to the roper so he would let the whole party that got captured by the roper free. I have tasty donkey meat. It's tasty. You'll like it way better than these humans. It just convinced the roper of it, and that worked.
That's what we have
So
the dog for.
now he's
That and
he's leaving the dog in Red Larch.
I'm leaving him with Ender, or one of my girlfriends.
I mean, I guess you guys, it's up to you guys if you want to get some hirelings.
There's an outhouse behind Ender's he can stay in.
There you go.
Yeah, you gotta. That outhouse ain't big. That dog's as big as you are. Great big old mastiff, big old slaughter. He don't bark. He don't do anything but walk along real slow, drool.
I don't
and
know.
eat
For
my
some
food.
reason, I imagine him as a Saint Bernard, but Mastiff.
Well, yeah, that's the only dog in there is a mastiff. And
All right. Well, let's see as you guys make your way there. Let's do some random encounters in the hills and see. Oh, day one, you guys get a random encounter.
So as we're walking, I'm going to turn to Luma and say, by the way, if I ever do succumb to something, do whatever's most convenient for you. I don't care if you leave me where I lie. I don't have any special requests.
good, 'cause I can't carry you.
I already lost one family member on this adventure. I'm not losing another. You go down, I am bringing you back.
I like when you guys have a random encounter and then it comes up on the table. Nothing happens. So you guys are like, oh, what was that? What? Oh,
A
it's
squirrel!
nothing.
A squirrel!
It was nothing. It was nothing.
I'll bet you 10 gold, Lumina, that by the time we get there, Tess will be running this damn Earth cult.
Rufio's not in the party sheet.
You don't get shit. Damn
You know,
it.
Pinch would look at you guys and go, look, your pop did a pretty good operation.
Which was good
Ah.
when you were distributing the cash and all, Bayreal's goods and whatnot. That was appropriate.
All right, so as long as you're okay with that, I'll put you in the party
Yep.
sheet now.
You throw me in there now.
Party sheet, main, no, yeah. Right there, does that work? Are you there?
Yep. I am there.
It begs the question: can you exclude somebody from a distribution as a DM?
On the
do
in
you
the party
Might be
sheet,
yeah,
you
might be an
can
extension to be made for that.
you can not if they're a player character you can't, so you just take them out. But if you put an NPC in the party sheet, there Diablo Bob did make an extension that does not give XP to the NPCs in the party sheet. So I asked for that a while ago because I was running some NPCs in the party sheet, and he made it for me. But I'm not currently using it because now I just kill
Yeah, but
off any NPCs. It's easier that way.
Did the money distribute to the NPCs?
No, I don't remember. I think
I
so.
don't think it did.
Yeah, maybe
don't
not.
remember.
I don't.
Yeah, it takes 2 seconds just take them out, distribute it, throw them back in.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. My characters
Well,
don't show up or something.
the reason I had it, is I had it set up so when I pushed a long rest, it was automatically giving XP because that's part of his, You know, so the XP, I didn't have to manage none of it, and the NPCs didn't get any XP. But I think the money would share with them. I do think it would. All right, so we are on. All right, so
What were
you
you saying,
guys.
Pinch? You were talking about Varel to us.
Who? Pinch?
Yeah, you were
That's,
saying.
I just said your pop did it. You know, you're talking about your sister that it you know, maybe we find something that leads that way, but he did a good job of raising you too, and you know, you gotta trust in he give her skills too, you know, and gotta
Oh,
keep
she's the
believing
most
in that.
skilled out of all of us.
Well, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, that's right.
She must be a bard.
Yeah. If
So
she
you
had been
guys,
maybe Varil wouldn't have died.
you guys,
You had to turn it back around there, didn't you? I'm trying to get your brother's mind off of this.
you guys are looking for this way to get into where you were told to find this monastery inside of inside of this hill complex, and up on the hill you see these old ruins, not ruins but ruins, right? You know, some of the walls are still standing, and you can see that the weather, the you know, it's later in the evening and the clouds are coming in, and you're kind of exploring these ruins, and you know, it's kind of this look. You can imagine your characters are up in here like these guys are, because none of these guys look like any of your characters. But it's a good image. It's a good image. And you
That could be obsidian, but in plate mail.
why am I kind of laggy? Is it the stupid? I'm still running the
Combat
yeah.
extension.
Are you guys feeling a little laggy too on the table?
No.
No?
Nope.
All right, so you guys are kind of up exploring this this set of runes, and I just kind of throwing you guys on the map, but you guys can kind of move your tokens around where you want them. I got them unlocked. Well, nobody wants to move them.
I'm still adjusting the map here. This is on top of the hill.
locked 'em.
Oops, hold on. Yeah, there you go. I locked and unlocked them. Say again?
This is on top of that hill where that monastery is.
Yeah.
supposed to be, right?
Well, no, you're
Right.
looking for the monastery, and you're kind of moving around these ruins, and
Right.
and let's put it this way. Does that help?
That helps. Oh, it did roll over on a 4.
All right, so the
Rufio continues Bayreal's tradition of going
so
last.
the ground starts shaking, and some of the walls fall over, and scurrying out of the ground come these big insect-looking creatures. They got huge mandibles, you know, big pincers, and they don't look friendly. They don't look friendly at all.
So they're all within 30 feet of me, so my sword would have gone off as
Well,
these things burst up.
Yeah, but there's so much quaking and earthquaking that you didn't hear your sword going off. It's the earthquake that shook these things out of their out of their ground. So it's like, you guys, what's that? I don't know. Look, there's something over there. Oh, warning, warning. But none of you guys are surprised anyway, so it doesn't matter. Lumina, what are you going to do?
All right. I'm assuming these things are looking, like they're gonna try to eat us, and I see this one
You think
like
you think they think that it's your fault that they got disturbed?
Yeah. Well, they're insects. I don't know how we would reason with them. So Lumina sees this one over Jangling, and he's gonna take a shot at it. Marking it with Hunter's Mark first.
Is it dark or is it light?
It doesn't beg the question. What time of day is it?
It's like getting close to dusk.
What's the weather?
Pinch doesn't have dark vision.
Cloudy, overcast. It's not dark.
Lumina, tries to fire a little too quickly and doesn't really get good aim on this thing, and it just bounces off.
Yeah, it
his
skips
arrow
off
bounces
his exoskeleton. Ooh, I said that without.
All right, so
Would you like
I'm gonna
some
grab a
cherry
potion.
pie?
And gonna chug me a potion. I actually haven't checked. And I'm gonna move over here.
It's kind of in between 4 squares.
That's because I'm a large creature now.
Oh.
I was looking to see if there's a... There's an effect. Here we go.
Does it actually make you a large creature? No.
Yes. Potion of growth. I am now a large creature. Grab my sword as I come over there and tell
Plug your sound
Jangling,
effects, man.
back away, Jangling. I got this one. And I presume taking a potion is full action, correct?
Yes. According to the rules of 5e, drinking a potion is an
So
action.
I'm going to also overkill, go into a rage.
Bonus action, rage. Did I tell you that these were the insects, right? With all that, I don't think you can do anything else. So, Jangling.
So is this one over here? Well, these tendrils come up around me as I'm stomping over there. So I would say, would you agree that I get apologetic and the one in front of me? Because I was raging as I walked over there. Has to be within 30 feet of me. And this one is exactly 30 feet right now.
Sorry, shadowy tendrils lash out around each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet. Yeah, that one's too far away. You're moving over there. Yeah, give it to them both. Give them both a Constitution save and throw. They both failed. Give them some necrotic love.
All right, so as I walk up, these storms wrap up around and start lashing into them. and I grow in size, and this blackness also surrounds me, and I'm surrounded by these vines and thorns.
2 temporary hit points. That's kind of pitiful. It's more than none. No, it's more than none. Jangalang.
It expected me to be small, and I grew and burst
Yeah,
half of them.
Jangalang. I'm not quite sure you're scared of the bug that just crawled out of the ground as much as you're scared of freaking Soleil right now. He's like, "Roar! Black tentacles are flying around. Roar!"
Is he still recognizable as Soleil?
Yeah, it's just a big ass Soleil
Okay.
right now.
I'm gonna take a swing at this bug with my rapier.
Yeah, he does tell you to get away, and
Oh,
you don't.
God.
So so you're like, whoa! You slip on some rocks and stuff, and you lose your balance, and you would have fallen prone, but fortunately, we're not using the effects anymore. So so
And
you
then-
just miss.
Yeah, Jingling's gonna bonus action face step and come back over here. 3 feet. And then give the bug a saving throw.
Oh, that's kind of on a wall, so you need to be kind of there.
All right, he
Not
failed,
big.
so the bug is frightened from me. And then
I
that's
don't
the end
know.
of Jangling's turn.
I don't know why he's frightened of you. There's a big, huge freaking monster in front of him.
He's more scared of me than Soleil.
So this thing's gonna come up, and he like sticks his head in here, and he looks at Raphael, and he comes in, right, trampling down part of this wall and stuff, and reaches out with his big old mandible, tries to grab Raphael, and grabs a hold of him, and you can see him like,
Raphael's his more successful older brother. He's
yeah, Raphael.
he's Raphael.
And hold on, let me read this. So not only does he pinch you with his mandibles, but he like squirts some acid on you, and he does 6 point or 3 point or how'd that break down? Oops, dragging the combat tracker around. So 8 points of bites damage and 3 points of acid damage. The target is a large or smaller creature. It is grappled. So he grabs a hold of you with these mandibles.
Shit.
The target is large, smaller creature is grappled. Until the grapple ends, he can bite only the grappled creature and has advantage on attack rolls that do so. Okay, so that's all he does. And this one tries to bite big old Soleil. With disadvantage?
I push his head away.
Why does he have disadvantage?
He's got frightened on him. I don't know if.
Because he can see Jangling
Face
as
step.
long as the object of what he's
Ah.
frightened of is within sight.
Is that what your frightened says?
No, it says winter. When you use a phase step, one creature of your choice that you choose is within 5 feet of you before you teleport must succeed in Wisdom saving throw, or be frightened of you until the end of your next turn. So yeah, that's the way frightened works. If I'm within sight of him, he's has disadvantage because he's afraid of me.
Pinch?
Well, Pinch sees this big SOB over here and goes right in. Right in there.
I'm sorry, I'm reading. Go ahead and do what you're doing.
All right, I'll go ahead and we'll dagger his ass, or try. That's a hit. And
Nice, 15
Alright.
points of damage.
and I will begin to draw my short sword as well. I'm gonna bonus action disengage. Yeah, I got another 5 feet.
All right. Well, Rufio wants to. He's not liking being held by this thing. So he is going to say a little word in Celestial and try. That's going to be. He's going to have disadvantage for casting a ranged spell in melee, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he is going to cast magic missile in this thing's face.
He's like, pew, 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 comes shooting out of his freaking little crystal off the top of his head or whatever. Wow, that's your personal
Blast.
best. 5 points.
First time I've hit anything. Yeah, and that's it.
Ah, well, this one's gonna like climb on top of this wall and look over at Lumina. I mean, Soleil, and it's gonna go and spray some acid out of its face, trying to catch the side of Soleil with it.
Face hole.
Who succeeds? Let's see if you get half damage.
Yeah, I'm seeing that lag now with the dice rolls.
Or much of the damage. Okay, yeah, so you take half damage. Oh, it says it bigger than clay on top of his token. I wasn't looking. So 2 points of damage from this acid. It you get some citrus in your eye or something. You're like, ow, ow, there was lemon juice in my eye.
I'm pretty sure it's that combat stats extension that's.
Yeah, I need
'cause
to
I'm still
remember.
occasionally getting the flicker.
I need to remember to turn it off. Apologetic impartial snigger. That's the one that just spit. It's going to keep coming forward. So, oops. Hold the Alt button. And it is also going to try to bite Soleil. And it gets like some citrus in its eyes. Squints, misses you. Pinch. Come on.
Pinch. Oh,
I had to push the down button like.
well, Pinch is going to kind of do a drive-by. Get to
Ah, so you like run underneath of it and you give it some dagger love. Its guts kind of spill out and it drops Rufiel.
All right, that'll take me right up behind him.
Have you ever been bitten by a fire ant and then you like try to pull it off and it rips its
I've had
head
'em-
off and it's still biting you?
Yeah, I've had them all over my feet. So
Well,
I'm
that
gonna move
doesn't
right
happen
up
here.
behind this guy, and I'm going to.
Well, you only have 25 movement. You've already moved
Mhm.
10
No, I moved from
from
this
there.
square. I thought I was. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So that would put me right there. Yeah.
All right. Rufiel is going to move over to this square. And he is going to use a sorcery point and twin a spell. And he is going to cast.
Well, you got the yeah. Okay, good.
And he's going to cast Guiding Bolt on both of these things.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, no negatives to hit or anything. Let's light it up.
Hopefully they.
A crit and a 17. Nice.
Oh, holy shit.
So the crit would have done triple damage, but voted out.
Yep.
Soleil,
But wouldn't that crit still do double damage
it did,
to the one?
didn't it?
No, because he had them both targeted, so it only did 17
It
to
only
both.
17 to both.
Well, that's kind of weird. Why wouldn't Fantasy Ground know that?
It didn't give you.
Because he's got more than one person targeted. I've never seen that work when you have more than one targeted.
Yeah. I can do just another damage roll on it, which is what a crit would have been
Mm-hmm.
on
Yeah.
powerful.
Oh, now it did it.
Huh.
so if you
It
ever
would have died
crit,
anyway.
if you ever crit, just untarget, finish your crit, and then do your other one. That's the way to do it. Yeah, it would have died anyways. Combat stats is getting turned off anyway, so don't get your hopes up that you're passing anybody soon.
So in other words, if you would have just went ahead and done damage on both of them, it would have automatically did the one first and then applied the crit to the second one.
Well, the other
But-
problem is it's not rolling separate damage for each of them. It's rolling one damage
Oh.
roll and applying it to each of them.
Right, because that spell's not supposed to be on multiple people, so it doesn't know what to do.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah, so you should do
I have my
damage
sorcerers
individually.
just do separate ones when they
Just
do
roll
when they
attack and damage separately.
See, I
for
just
each
play a
one.
rogue with sneak attack, and it works most of the time.
I'm liking that in this game. I just got one job, man.
Right? That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
well-
That's
Slide
what I'm
it.
playing in Manicuri's game too as a rogue. I'm like, give me sneak attack. That's all I need. Somebody get next to him. Give me advantage. Something. That's all I need. All right, Soleil, do some karate chopping.
So Soleil is enjoying
great
this
sword.
big size. Is getting a little annoyed that everybody's killing everything as he kicks away the one that was trying to bite him, and then
He's like, "Rah," he throws it over here. He's like,
block the other one.
"Rah."
so he turns around and swings at this one.
Knocks the wall down.
Very small sword. It looks very weird now.
Oh, your sword doesn't grow with you, right? It's like a toothpick.
Wielding a toothpick.
You got advantage because of the guiding bolt. You can't even kill
Okay,
it.
I have it on me.
Have
What the heck
it?
happened to my?
What's it?
I had the effect of enlarge on me. I should do
You
another
got-
1d4.
Did it expire?
Should have been 1 minute. So I do 1 extra damage. Damn it! Where'd it
And that's
go?
not
Let me
enough to
see.
kill him. Oops,
Fine
wait.
by me. He doesn't mind at all.
Fat fingers.
Oh, I know why. It's not self. I'm a dork.
I
First
usually-
mistake I've ever made. Or not used to,
I usually say
never
it's
used fancy grounds before.
you should get. I want to pass those out at work. It says user error, and it's an arrow that points up. Give everyone a T-shirt. That's all I hear. Why isn't this working?
That's what it was.
Because
Didn't
you're
have it
not
on self.
pushing.
Right. It'll work now. These stupid things, everybody's gonna kill it first.
Come on, Lumina. You can do 4 points of damage. Let's do it. 4 points.
I don't think as long as I hit it, I don't think I can not do
Right.
4 points of damage.
Right? Can't even hit it. Oh, you did hit it. I had it scrolled up. Well, what do you know? And you guys find 60 gold worth of ant keg stuff.
Okay.
So I'll come over and give Lumina a hug
Citrus
Mm.
juice. Oh.
before this
Yeah,
runs
what-
out in 45 more seconds.
Oh.
Told you were my little brother.
he goes over here behind the wall and he goes, I just want to see how big it really is now. He's like, it's like my sword.
Yeah, amazingly, just like your sword, man.
You're finally normal size, Soleil.
All right,
So we
so
get in another fight within 60 seconds.
no, but you guys do make it. You do find the entrance to this valley where you think this monastery might be, and let's see if we can get you guys on this map real quick. Party sheet. Oh, I didn't sell that stuff for you guys. Let me get that sold. And oops, you accidentally got 100% on that stuff you sold. Oh well.
Fantastic.
Let me change that to 50% before I close it. All right, so you guys find this like cavern, like a canyon that goes into this hill. It's fully covered in it, and it's completely dark in there. As you guys move up towards it, do you guys have light sources activated?
It's completely dark.
Yeah, inside. Yeah.
Yeah, before I get off the table, I'll set up my effects for the little 10-foot glow thing from the dagger and the drift globe. I've already got it, but I don't want to use something that bright. That way I can just turn them on and off as I move around. And
As we're walking
Well.
in, I'm gonna walk over to Lumina, hold up another vial, and say, "I got one more of those too."
How does this look?
Nice. If we're going into the canyon, I'm casting mage armor on myself.
This is actually this would actually be
The next day.
yeah, the next day. So let me before we get too far, let me go ahead and give you guys a long rest. Now you can do your mage armor.
Do you forget to say level up?
No, not yet. You guys even though you guys went to a level higher than you, it wasn't part of your milestone. So
So we'll skip over that milestone next time
Yeah.
and gain 2 levels all at once.
exactly, exactly. It's all gonna reset down there, though. It's all resets. It's like a
New wyvern, and new.
it's like an MMO. If you leave the instance and you come back, it all resets. Damn it! All right,
Had he
so
not died, I was gonna dive in after my sword, so maybe he'll still be there when I get back.
So let me do some magic with some lighting here, because you guys have a there is a light source up ahead. How big do you think a campfire is? A lamp?
Yeah, that's fair.
Decent
A little
size.
bit bigger than a torch.
Probably.
Is that a
Depends on
token?
if it's a bonfire versus low coals and embers, but yeah.
Oh no, that's not a token though. I didn't put
medium.
a token. I just put an image.
I don't see a
So I
a
have
light
to actually put a
source
light.
for dim 10 foot. Thought it'd just light 10 dim, right?
That's a John question. I don't think he heard you.
What was the question? What?
10-foot dim light, all caps, colon.
Light colon space 0/10. And then a color. FF.
So hexadecimal color.
Hey,
Yeah.
there it is. I see
Without
this.
the-
I see the
But
fire.
it's hexadecimal plus alpha, I believe.
Okay. 7-digit code.
8. FF
Oh,
alpha.
yeah, alpha. FF alpha. Okay.
I see a fire through the darkness.
Oh, and I
Cool.
can get colors right from.
Is there anybody in between us and them? Do we see any outlines or anybody
Yeah,
around fire?
I'm lagging to the encounter here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it. They don't have line of sight set up right, but that's okay.
I don't think I did. I do line of sight? No, I didn't do any line of sight.
Okay, it adds more flavor. We wouldn't be able to see the rocks. It wouldn't be as cool.
Yeah, sometimes line of sight is too much. But you do see 4 ogres sitting around a fire, and they're like, and they got some sticks, and they got some kind of creature stuffed on the end of the stick and shit in the fire, and they're arguing and talking amongst themselves. And since you guys don't have any light sources, we're gonna start off right there next week with you guys at the end of this cavern creeping in. Maybe you guys can get some surprise on them. Maybe.
Drake, take dark vision off of me if you would, please. That's left on from Veril.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm seeing things. Let's see.
I can remove that.
Can you?
Must already did.
Can you still do that, John?
I still own Varil.
Okay, so even though it's not selected, you're
He
still
does
able to
for now.
manipulate it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where did you get that image from, Matakuri, for your character?
Google.
Will you send it to me so I can
Oh yeah.
add it
Absolutely.
to all the stream and images and all that jazz?
Absolutely.
And then I'll make you an appropriate token too, so you're not square.
But I am square.
I'll turn Illumina. Well, it's been almost a week, and I ain't seen Dad, so I think those threats are coming back to haunt us. We're all bullshit.
He's playing the
Fair.
long game. I wouldn't put it past him.
And next week when we start off is where we're going to roll initiative when we get here next week. But tomorrow I'm off. But Thursday over on Marbania's channel, we're going to be in the flood somewhere in California playing Deadlands. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern over on Marbania's channel. That's right there in chat. If you want to catch me as Timon Simmons, the sole survivor of the Devil's Pathy, so far. And Friday, we are off. If you want to catch me, I will be at the bar. No, I'm actually thinking about going out, but I'm probably not going to drink. But it's been a while since I've been anywhere, and now that I'm vaccinated, I can go wandering around, right? And then Saturday, I will be DMing Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, over on Rob 2E's channel. That's at 9 Eastern. A couple of these guys are getting frozen over there too. Rime of the Frostmaiden. That is Saturday and Sunday. All Things Fantasy Grounds talk show over in Rob's channel too. I'm co-hosting, and we're gonna do some DMs Guild stuff. Most likely, we're probably gonna talk about some weather or something. I'm sure. On Saturday or on Sunday. And then Tuesday, we're back here. So rinse, repeat. I really appreciate all you guys out in Twitch land, hanging out and watching and talking and stuff. So what do you guys think? Is there somebody we need to go raid? No, we can get out of here early tonight. Nobody to go raid. Nope. So why don't we say goodnight to everybody out there in Twitch land?
Great job tonight, Lumina. I thought you did a really good job role playing.
Yeah,
Oh,
both
thanks.
of you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, all of you guys did a good job tonight. Little role play stuff going on. I like it.
Sadness.
Yeah.
Sadness.
It's a nice
was
send off for
fun.
Vedril.
It was fun sadness. I don't know.
I like it that he decided that he had the opportunity to come back, and he's like, nope, not gonna do it. All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.